just about this clock in general, and that is that it has a number of very advanced mechanical concepts embedded in it, and they're not obvious at first, but having seen many tower clocks, I have to say this has quite a few things in it that are either rare or unique, only to this clock. This, for example, starting with how you wind it, these sliding pinions. I mean, and having, see, normally the gear teeth on the barrel are just, they're big and they're coming out, just like this, but they're over here coming out. But in this particular case, the gear teeth come out perpendicular or I guess parallel with the barrel, and then this sliding winding jack pinion just kind of slides over and engages, and you put your crank on here, and then you just slide it out of the way. It's just extremely clever, and I don't think I've ever seen another one that had that kind of a system. You can only speculate why it was done like that. It might have been just because there wasn't enough room or whatever it was to do it the normal way, but it is a very clever and completely, workable solution. So that's really slick, especially that slides back and forth like that. I really like that a lot. And then, let's see, this big gear over here is the one that your own Moravian clockmaker added onto this clock. It wasn't original to the clock. So what that big gear is doing, it's called a count wheel, really. The whole thing is called a count wheel. And it's normally a count wheel just has like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3, all the way through 12, and then it starts over again. This particular count wheel has 15 minutes after, 30 after, 45 after, and then the hour. And so that's what all these notches are around the edge, and the notches and the raised portions are 1 through 12 of that sequence. And then, it's kind of intriguing, but, normally, well, first of all, normally you wouldn't be driving the striking train count wheel off of the barrel of the clock, but they are in this particular case with a little 6-tooth pinion down there, which is kind of amazing. And then the fact that this big count wheel has these raised spokes that permit the gear teeth to be on the inside of it, that's kind of a fairly, well, the gear, this wheel itself is unique. There's no other one around anywhere that's that large that does that, accomplishes that particular task. And then to have it be driven on the inside with these really clever raised spokes that permit that, that's really clever. And then the fact that it has the quarter hours and the hour information in it is really, I think, I've never seen one like that. And then the reason that it does that is because it has this, the cleverest thing of all is this sliding mechanism on the far side of the clock that I can't really get to right now, but it turns out that over here on the time barrel, there's 8 pins on this side, and that corresponds to the quarter hours and the hour. And on the inside, there's 2 pins. And the lever that gets activated by those 2 pins, which means there's 1 pin per hour. So right on the hour, there's this other lever over here that gets activated. This one right here. This pin is coming uphill right now, and it's pushing this up. The tail's going down, the tail's pulling down on this, and that is pushing perpendicularly on that right there. And so if you look right here, right now, it's like it's almost over there, but 10 minutes ago this striking lever was being activated by these rollers right here, but it's moving over like that. Wait a minute, where are we here? It's moving over like that, so that this striking lever on the inside where my finger is being activated by this comparable set of pins over here. What that is doing is on the 15, 30, and 45 of the hour, this one's being activated on this side, and when that goes like that, that's going to ring the smaller bell. But when it shifts over like this one on this side is being activated, and that's going to ring the larger bell. And that's happening over here with these 2 pins on the inside, 1 on each hour, are causing this lever to go up, the tail to go down, this to come down, that to shove over perpendicularly and move that whole shaft over. And then there's a spring at the far end of that shaft that when this lever gets released, it goes boom and snaps back over to the 15, 30, 45 setup. It's like, it's just amazing. It's so clever, it's just sitting there doing it by itself. But what's I mean, the idea is great, but then the fact that so first it's rocking like this, that shifts over so it's rocking like this, then that shifts over so it's shoving something back and forth like that. It's just really, an advanced piece of thinking. And I don't think there's anything else like it anywhere that I've seen in a tower clock. So, and it happened here back in 1801 or whenever he did that.